side. A wild hood, only knew goons since my childhood. Say anything in they raps cause it sound good. Don't even mean what they say, horrible outlook. Y'all ain't really about this house. Y'all was in the house with it. We don't respect fake jewelry and silly outfits. Window down, blowing out great tits. New York's J. Prince on Houston Street. I caught the bounce before my even bounced the beat. I took the hard way in it, man, it's the route for me. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. Your top three, I'm not number one, how could you post that? I would have crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go back. Meet Joe Black. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. Your top three, I'm not number one, how could you post that? I would have crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go back.
We come at you from the shores of Lake Erie. EA Sports has the coverage of the NFL from First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cleveland Browns. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Well, this defense for the Browns, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that would be the last shot that they take in this game.
On third down, Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They go play action now. Jackson. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. And after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. He'll look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll try and start the drive here with Gore. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll stick to the ground game with Gore.
Yeah, he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. 3rd and 2, Watson. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. Looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds. On 4th down, on is Corey Bajorquez to punt. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards to pick up there, good for a Raven first. And Charles, it's not very often an elite back becomes available. They jumped on him. I think they were smart to do so.
I agree, and we hear so often about how the running back position is devalued. But when you have a chance to get one of the truly best, top of his game, you go out and get him.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Jackson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the games, we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Jackson. Flushed out right. And that will be incomplete.
This defense is certainly playing well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. First of you here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Watson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On 1st down and score. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 2nd and 15 now, Watson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey, and the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Off the option, it's Jones. We're scoreless after 1. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I'd keep going back to him.
Working with his 2nd and 4. Play action. Now Jackson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That one's all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Sort of interesting going with a draw play there. Do you like that call?
I don't, but it would be a lot more powerful coming from me if I'd said it before the play actually happened, if I'd first guessed it. But look, a draw in that situation, heavy risk reward. If he walks in, it looks like a great call, doesn't it?
And instead brings up a tough 4th down. Jones will take this into the end zone. It's a Ravens touchdown.
Did my eyes deceive me, or was that an I formation play that was just run there for a touchdown?
Little old school eye.
How about that? Was that a fullback, tailback, running it into the end zone?
Well, that's what that fullback's for, right? That's why you use that. Let him pave the way.
Oh, without a doubt. He's an extra blocker, and he did his job well on that play.
Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
From the 6.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Taking it right down Broadway. The 20. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Cleveland. You know, a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge it. Kick it to him. The way he runs, as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Jackson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's intercepted.
Picked off by Greg Newsom. And the Browns are in great shape here as they take over at the 46-yard line.
He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
After the interception, here's Watson. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Drops it underneath to goal.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. The Browns are 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And that is taken in by Njoku. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. David Njoku. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Browns have taken the lead.
This time, the extra point up and good. And that'll make this a 6-point game. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
And still in the first half here, a long way to go. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Play action. It's Jackson. And he's got his man out of the slot. Complete. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. An inside give to Jones. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 62 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Now Jackson taps his forward jet sweep. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. Running right, Jones. And he'll take it down to the 30-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Again, it's Jones. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
Partner, there are strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent gain and first down. Simply put, you've got to put up more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the...
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play, with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Up the middle, Jones. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. Play number 9 set to come here in the drive on 3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
might help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
They'll run it with Jones. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll try to run it in, going option right. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Second and goal from inside the 5. From the gun, it's Jackson being chased out left. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal? Now Jackson. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. A nightmare on third and goal. He's sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get him. So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Browns drive about to get started. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
And a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They'll try it up the gut with Gore. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll try and pick up the first with Gore. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Watson on first down. They go with a screen to Gore. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Throwing again on second down. Watson.
And this will be caught by Mooney.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third. Watson. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away.
It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, Barney, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
From the gun, Jackson.
Able to locate Andrews here on the out route.
And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24.
Jackson finding his tight end Andrews for the Ravens, first down.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Martin Emerson.
And the Browns are going to take possession of the football.
Well, timing is everything on a run like this. You're trying to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A give left for Gore.
And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line.
On 1st down, it's Watson. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gore. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
Here's Watson. It's complete. It's Gore. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
So they got the turnover, started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. The goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Jackson from the shotgun. The left side completion to Jones. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Throwing is Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown.
Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick 6.
I think that's a great observation too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate. Those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. From the 27, Jackson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Finding his way home for the sack that time, Taven Bryan. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. He'll look to throw.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3-and-out.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to kick it away. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Despite the lead here in the fourth, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. And he'll be tackled at about the 35.
47 yards on the ground for him so far.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Now a first down throw. Watson. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17.
Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter. Looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it out. And we've got them now.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. On the counter, Gore. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Well, Watson will step away, and out comes Cade York to handle this fourth down field goal try for the Browns. York able to send this one through.
But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. So what a turnaround there. A roughing call on the field goal try leads to first and goal. Following the penalty, it's goal. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup.
About a half yard from the end zone, 3rd and goal. Gore will score. Touchdown, Cleveland. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You have 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And that pushes the lead up to 23. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
Nice chunky yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
From the 35 on 2nd down. Jackson, looking for Andrews downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. Rolling to his left. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need. And that's exactly what they got done.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jackson looking downfield for Jones. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Grant Delpit. And the Browns are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Back to the workhorse today. It's Gore. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st.
On 3rd down, they'll run with Gore. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on first down, but the defense does not budge on second and third. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better,